Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is a speaker and author of several books on relationships. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. Too many women reject knowledge from a man. And this podcast is sponsored by Fit Tribe Wellness. Check out the 5 effective tips that lead to holistic living. Join Amadi Coleman of Fit Tribe Wellness as she shares her wealth of knowledge in this informative hour. This webinar will happen on November 20th at 8 p.m. Now, this is a webinar that I'm co-hosting. Or hosting rather, and Amadi's going to do the main presentation. But come check us out. Now the link for it is in the description box, so just click that link, pay that fee, register, and then we'll see you there. So, on the business. Too many women reject knowledge from a man. And I'm going to tell you what. And just to be clear, this ain't a personal thing, because I know some people hear what I have to say and then don't want to listen. That's cool. But too often, I've seen too many women who reject information from a man for no other reason than that he is a man. That's not that bright. Just like I tell some men, it's just like, women can bring a lot. You still want to listen. You still want to listen, and now it's not going to say everything is going to be good, but you listen to the information regardless. They could hit you with some deep stuff. I mean, I had a couple women tell me about 2 different platforms that I use to make money. 2 different platforms that has brought me something. Now, if I had the idea that, don't listen to women, boom, I'd be working a little bit harder to make money. Like I always listen. Now, do I listen to every single thing? No, I weigh the information though. I don't reject it just because it's a woman. Now, but you have many women who do reject the information for no other reason he's a man. Like I'm gonna share an instance. I'm gonna share an interesting instance. This is when I was still married. Me and my current co-parent, we were at a vending event, and I remember this woman came up. She was pushing something, some type of book or something. That happens. Anybody who go to vending events know that'll happen. You get people who vend, and then you get people who they don't want to pay for a table, but they still want to try to push their product. So this woman came up, and she ignored me totally. I was like laughing, and she was totally talking with my co-parent, pushing some stuff, saying some things, and my co-parent, said some stuff back, and it wasn't. I said it in such a way it was like some confrontation, but it wasn't. They were just having an ordinary conversation. And like now, mind you, this woman who came to the table was just totally ignoring me, like I didn't have anything to say. Anything to contribute. And I was like, yeah, go ahead and talk. I'm trying to make some money here. And it was funny. The woman said something, and then my co-parent said, well, all this stuff I'm talking about came from him. You should have saw the look on that woman's face. It was almost like she was embarrassed because she was totally ignoring me, almost to the point of being disrespectful. Almost to the point, but, sometimes stuff like that I laugh about because to me, I look at her like she's being stupid. So I just let her do it. Then all of a sudden, she wanted to talk to me to continue the information. But I was just like, I got in like unfriendly, not sharing mood. Then I was like, yeah. Then she got the message, let me move on. But then, she should have came to both of us. But see, the thing was, she probably didn't think I had anything to contribute to what they were talking about, which I actually had more information on. And a lot of women do that. Ladies, understand something. I understand that you might have had a negative experience with a man or did something or feel whatever type of way. But when you talk about information, when you talk about knowledge, the thing is that person is just a conduit, whether male or female. Just like I said, I got important business information from just 2 women. And all they did was just say, hey, check out this platform, check out this site. And these are two, one of these women is probably a low-key millionaire, to be honest. So that was like, oh yeah, I'm going to listen, right? Because you never know. It's knowledge. You don't have to deal with that person personally. You know, you might have some relationship issues, but this business. This is business. You know, it's one of the stupidest thing is to like label a whole group just because you as something. You know, that could be a gender thing, that could be a racial, ethnic group thing, a religious thing. Information is information. You know, you do take into consideration where it came from if there's a certain bias to it, but some stuff is just as good as getting it in a book. Now, the key to it is, I mean, you don't take everything as gospel. You still weigh the information with your current circumstances. You know, you weigh the knowledge and say, okay, does this apply to my situation? Okay, good. All right, does all the information apply? You probably have to pick through it, but that's just normal. You should do that with your best friends and people, or other women, really. And the reason why I'm saying this, a lot of women lose out on something because if you look at women overall make decisions based more on emotion. And really, there's nothing wrong with it. And I've heard some men complain about that with women, but no, y'all need to be emotional. Shoot. As my wise grandmother pointed out, it's that emotion that allows a woman to have two girl children, right? One is very, feminine, girly, and all of that. And then the next one is basically acting like a dude, but the mother got to love both. That's part of the female nature. Y'all supposed to be emotional. Y'all supposed to lead more with your heart. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that because that's what women bring to the relationship. And for any of the men listening, that's what the woman brings. Don't expect her to do stuff in a rational way or what we consider rational or logical. That's just them. That's what they do. Let them do. That's how the human race kept going because, shoot, if women start thinking more rational and logical, most of them wouldn't have your babies. So that's for the men listening. But yeah, they're not going to do it. Don't expect them to. But at the same time, women have to realize with men, and this is for the ladies now, we're not putting our heart into it. We're supposed to look at it in a more logical, rational way because ultimately that's what we're bringing. See, we're not going to have a sentimental attachment to something that we probably need to get rid of. If we're working right, we're going to say, you know what, this is costing us money. This is doing this and that. We got to get rid of it. Or this is the path to go. Many women say they want a man to provide, protect, lead, make love to them good. But the thing that helps us to do that, we're looking at something more logical. We're not attaching any emotion to it. So if we have some knowledge, we coming from that perspective. And see, what's supposed to happen is that's what we bring. You bring the emotion. You bring more of the heart, but the man brings the logic. We're the ones who say, we working together and we have a child and we're saying, okay, we want this child to go to college, So the man, he gets in his logic. He said, okay, well, we're going to have to start a savings account here. We're going to have to sacrifice this and that. Sometimes the woman might not want to do it because she's looking at something more emotionally. It's like, oh yeah, buying those Louis Vuittons, makes her feel good. She's thinking that. But see, that's not helping the long-term picture. So when we looking at knowledge, when we sharing some information, we coming from a different perspective. Just take it in. Like I said, you don't have to just totally embrace every single thing. You gotta pick, just like anything, you gotta pick through the bones. Anything. And that's anybody, men or women. Oh, whenever you get anything, I've told men on my men's channel, I said, for everything I say, go out and try it to see if it applies to you. But don't just automatically reject it because, I even brought this up because sometimes though, if a man I've noticed too many times, if a man can say something and the woman's just, yeah, that's crazy and stuff. And then the women say the exact same thing. And then it's like, oh man, that's great. It's like, come on now. It's the information. It's business. Business. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Check out the 5 effective tips that lead to holistic living. The link is in the description box. So Y'all have a great day, ladies. Peace and blessings.